Erin right here. Congratulations on the victory. I guess what are the emotions after, getting another win at Madison Square Garden, avenging a loss, getting the finish? Kind of must be like the perfect scenario for you.
Oh, it is perfect. It's at MSG. I was able to get another finish like I did a couple of years ago. My teammate, Fatima Klein, also won her fight. I couldn't be happier.
Seems like the first round was much more stand-up attack than I guess we expected. So I guess was that the game plan early, or is something in there you're like, it just kind of happened to be stand-up kind of affair?
Yeah, I knew she's a good wrestler too, so I didn't want to kind of shoot right off the bat and kind of get stuffed in those positions. So I wanted to work some more of my striking and then push the pace in the second round.
Were you surprised she was the one that kind of engaged the grappling there?
No, I'm not. That's what she does. She has good boxing, but she's come up as a wrestler, so it made sense.
And I guess, can you just walk us through the submission? Because it seems like you had something earlier, and then you got the other one, which kind of she shot, and then you got the submission.
Yeah, I think I shot a double leg, kind of ran her right across the cage. Then I was on the side, I was hitting her, and then I saw her neck, and I went for it. I didn't feel like the angle was great, but I felt like I had enough of an angle to put a squeeze on it. And then once she felt the pressure, she kind of bellied up for me, and then it was locked in.
Did you feel any substantial strength advantage in there? Because it seems like kind of once you got a hold of her, you seem to kind of be able to control her pretty easily.
She's a strong girl too. I think I just understood some positions better and was able to move a little bit quicker. She's strong, but I don't think she was able to move as much as I was.
And I guess, what do you want next for your career? Because obviously we got the title fight tonight, but then Manon's just coming off the big win. You're coming off a win. What, I guess, makes sense for you? Because I feel like at this point you can kind of navigate your career to the title.
Yeah, I'd love a title shot. Valentina and Weili are fighting tonight. I got a big finish on the same card. I think it just makes sense. I've been in the top 5 for a couple of years now. I've had some big finishes. I think it makes sense.
Do you think, the fact that Manon came off the win, Natalia Silva is also kind of doing her thing, that it's kind of a 3-way race between you guys for the next title shot? Or I guess even if Weili wins, they could, I guess, run it back right away with those two.
Yeah, you never know. So many things change in MMA, like who's ready and when it can happen. So I'll just be ready for a title shot when it comes.
Erin, over here. So obviously this was an interesting night for both you and Fatima, being teammates and friends, and also fighting on the same card, preparing for the same card, working toward this night. Can you take me kind of through, especially the moments from when she was fighting and you're preparing for your own fight at the same time? Yeah,
that was pretty crazy because she got to the venue earlier. I came a little bit later. I was able to watch her fight in the locker room. I'm getting ready for my own fight, so I was trying not to get too, amped up. I was very happy for her and proud of her that she got a great win and, should be in the rankings on Tuesday. But yeah, it was awesome to watch her get that win. Then my coaches came back. I warmed up, and I was able to see her before my fight. Her getting a win just made me want to win that much more.
Did it make it a little easier that kind of she was basically in control most of that fight? You didn't really have this, kind of up and down emotions as it's kind of going back and forth so much?
Yeah, she was definitely dominant, so it made it a lot easier to be relaxed. I'm oh, she's easily winning. She put a really good, at the end when she hit her with the back fist and hit her with a head kick, she really put a marker on that fight, so I knew she had won.
And then obviously your fight itself, there is that, I don't want to call it a slower start. You're talking about strategy. You're trying to work toward that second round, but there is a pattern to your fights. You do kind of tend to come on more strongly in those second and third and then championship rounds in those later, longer fights that you've had. When you come back down to a 3-round fight, as we had here, instead of a 5, how much more is you're kind of walking a knife's edge there?
Yeah, you definitely need to keep the pace up higher. If you lose one round, you better win the next 2 or get a finish. So I knew that going to the fight, and yeah, I just had to put a higher pace.
Thank you.
No problem.
Erin, right here in the front. First of all, congratulations on the win. I think you looked awesome. Since you came to the UFC, everyone's been mentioning Tracy Cortez because your first fight was extremely close. How relieved you are just to get past that and to obviously avenge a loss?
Yeah, it feels great. That fight was so long ago. I was only 19. I feel that loss has followed me my entire career, and I've been able to get up to the top 5, and it was still something that was a question, especially as she was moving up the rankings. So it definitely feels good to have that fight again and really put a statement and put a finish on that.
Any worry that we have these welterweights on the card and they're all calling for the the main event against, the winner of the main event, but you're kind of being soft-spoken. You're not saying like, oh, I definitely deserve it. I'm the highest ranked person. I just got to finish off a great person, great fighter. Are you any worried that like you're not being the squeaky wheel, so you're not going to get the oil?
No, I mean, I think when you win fights, things will come to you. So you just need to keep winning and be undeniable.
Obviously, I think everything lines up perfect. You just got a great finish. You're on the same schedule as you mentioned. Do you have a preference between Valentina and Weili, and one that you think you're like, I definitely could beat this one?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think Valentina's going to win tonight, and I'd love to fight her. She's someone I've been watching since I was in high school. So if I had to pick, I'd love to fight Valentina.
And last question for me. Your teammate looked incredible tonight. The one thing she said was that she didn't get a finish. You did get a finish. Any chance you go over there and brag a little bit to her?
Yeah, she did. She was happy. She's like, oh, you did exactly what I wanted to do. So we both got wins, and I think that was great. So, yeah, we'll be happy with that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
John Armour here from Tunnel Vision Sports. Coming off your fight from Rose, it was a tight fight. However, taking that year off and preparing just for this moment, and ultimately bringing the win back to Jersey. What does this all mean to you, and kind of what did you tap into in that year to kind of prepare for this moment?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight earlier this year in May, and that didn't end up happening. So, I still felt like I had grown as a fighter throughout that camp. I just didn't get the experience of a fight. But it felt really great. It's been like a year since I was being able to fight, so it felt really good being able to get back in there and get a win.
Just right there. You just get a win back against someone you already lose. There is a second fight, Manon. Is there something you want, a rematch against her before Valentina, for example?
Yeah, I would love to fight Manon again. I would love to redeem like any losses I've had, just to like wipe my record clean. Yeah, if that fight happens again, I would definitely want to take that.
And you already have an idea of what you can make different in this potential rematch?
Yeah, that's something I'd have to go over with my coaches, look over the first fight, like what happened. Kind of very similar to what I did like in this Tracy fight. I had lost that first fight, looked over it. We've changed a lot of things, grew as a fighter, and that would be the same thing I would do again.
Thank you.
No problem.
Erin, over here. Back here.
Yes. Oh.
Congrats on the win. You and your teammate Fatima Klein, you train a lot, but you spend a lot of time together. What's the most important thing you've learned from her outside of fighting?
Yeah, she's just, I guess outside of fight, but like in person as well. Like she's very like, with her fighting, she's very organized, very just consistent of a person. Like she's always pushing, and yeah, I feel like that's something I've definitely taken, especially in this camp. Like it's just been nice having someone to go through it with and just like be consistent with.
And do you get more nervous when you fight or when she fights?
Oh, today I feel like was like a double. Like I had to like try to calm myself down while she was fighting, just because we've put so much into this together, and I knew how much it meant for her. So I don't know. I feel like it's hard both ways.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Back over here. And so I don't know if you noticed this, but near the end of round one, there started to be kind of a little more momentum behind a Jersey chant. Did you catch that?
Ooh, actually, I don't know if I heard like the Tracy chant, and that kind of like pissed me off and made me want to go more. But yeah, I would have to watch that back and hear that. That's cool though.
But you don't catch that, like you're kind of too much in the moment, huh?
Yeah, I was
you heard
definitely.
Tracy.
I did. Yeah, I heard the Tracy because I think we were like a little bit more at distance and we weren't like going at each other. But towards the end, we were kind of more in like clinch positions, and I was like throwing elbows. So yeah, I was definitely a little bit more distracted.
And then obviously at the end, like right after you back away, you get the win. You were very emotional in that moment. I mean, what was it that kind of came over you in that moment?
The first round was hard, and I haven't fought in like over a year or so, and this is also a fight that I had lost in the past and that I really wanted to win again. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of become a crybaby in those situations sometimes, to be honest. Yeah, they're just big fights, and they're things I won't be able to do again, So like, I'll have my career for so long, but they're just big moments.
Do you anticipate there's going to be a third one between you two?
It could possibly. I mean, we both probably will be fighting for quite a while longer, so it could happen.